Trekkies! Look at Aaron.
Hey!
It's kind of dim down here because we haven't turned a light on yet. We didn't talk about the Expanse as much yesterday as I was expecting because we got to the bus stop faster. But then again, I started going down a rant of Star Trek Picard, which, yeah, it was good. As I finished up yesterday's video after rewatching the episode, yeah. But last night told me something about the Expanse, and I'm not necessarily sure if y'all fuckers saw this when you were being hipster and watching it when it originally aired. But yeah, the captions are a bit awkward on Amazon.
Yeah, they are.
So this is an Amazon complaint, because I'm not necessarily sure. This is like the first time we've watched something serialized on Amazon. So we're having issues with like the captions not being active on the next episode.
Well, no. They cut out in the middle.
Oh, like
the reason I don't catch it is because I look for the intense music or foreboding music or whatever it's called.
Which is what I was going to talk about next.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
At the start. And then I pay attention. It's there. There's captions for the first little bit. And then, like, after when the first break would be, they just turn off.
Yes. Now, about the captions that have an issue with the Expanse, there have been intense moments. And the moments, I don't hear any music. Like, this is real bad here. It says like, what was it, like, saddeningly intense music. And I'm like,
the captions on this are getting a little absurd for them. And I get the point of like audio description for the hearing impaired. You want captions of music or glass breaking that says something about what the music is.
But this is like gasps in Spanish.
Yeah, it's that level. They haven't done that.
They haven't actually done that one. But I'm expecting, they probably would have done it by now. I would expect grunts and belter.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But like, I don't need five. I think there was one not last night, the last time we watched, that was like eerie, foreboding, tense music. And I didn't hear anything coming over our speakers. Like it was just panning through space.
Okay.
And I'm like, there's no music.
That's on you. There was music.
Okay. I understand that I'm not the best of hearing right now.
Yeah.
Because of probably dad and loud music, but...
And also because the background music works really well for you, or against you, I guess. Because you don't notice it. It just helps set the mood. You don't actively hear it, but it's there.
Yeah, but yeah, like, in terms of like storyline, things are kind of progressing. But I think, as I said yesterday, because I haven't edited video, it seems to be moving a little fast.
Yeah.
Like this is, like, I understand that a story kind of goes a little fast, but it honestly seems like perhaps they're trying to condense a book unnecessarily. Like, we're not looking at like they're moving at twice speed. They're moving at that like 1.25. Like everything seems a little bit more rushed than it is, but it's like, I can deal with it.
Yeah, it's a little fast-paced, but it's not absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. It's very awkward. But, you know, the storyline is getting placed down as it gets put down.
Yeah, the storyline is solid.
It's awkward. The realistic sci-fi, I guess, is nice. With the whole just people needing to put gravity in certain areas. Children just give no fucks.
Trained from a young age.
Anyways, so that's pretty much that. I'm not sure where I think we might be midway through season 4. I think it's a 10 episode.
Yeah, I think we're on season, or episode
4. Because we're about 2 episodes a night.
Yeah.
And
I was
that's
gonna say 3, but that was when we started.
Yeah, 3 and then 4, so we've got about 6 left. And we might do a little wrap up before season 5 starts. Probably here sometime next. Season 5 will not start next week, but we will most likely finish this thing by next week. All right, so, okay, now that you focused on my face, all right. Weird. Aaron gets hiccups randomly from like too dry a bread. So he needs to drink a lot of water. Which is weird because sometimes if he has like too dry of lettuce. Anyways, got my stress dot back. In case you guys don't know, that's a cold sore or quartz lippa? Lippa quartz? I don't remember which order those words go in, but it's basically fever lip. So I think it would be quartz lippa. Anyways, quartz lip. Anyway, so I'm drying the clothing as best I can in the sunlight that came out. You know, the sun can come through and hit with its light and will actually activate more than just the general warmth of the thing. Yeah, found this yesterday at the store. Gonna get a little bit of quark for some lunch, maybe have a small sandwich. Pepperoni and fetakas. Yeah, tomorrow for practice, I'm probably not gonna do much of anything. I'm probably gonna head down to the gym and we're in football season chest day, so nothing too terribly strong. Just like lower the weight, but kind of increase the reps a bit. It's weird. So like if I do 20 on one side, 20, 25, 30, then I might just go, but do like 10, 5, 5. Without a spotter, I gotta be a little careful. But I was definitely getting up there. Anyways, so I will probably just stick with lower rep stuff and then I'll just sit in the sauna afterwards. It's like noon for lunch. So the thing about more about the Expanse, I mean, it's good sci-fi, but it's just the awkward thing that gets me is that Star Trek, Babylon 5, and The Expanse all take place in the same year. Okay, Google. What year does The Expanse take place?
According to Screen Rant, based on the series of novels by James S.A. Corey, The Expanse is set in the 24th century, in a world where humankind has spread throughout the solar system.
Yeah. I want to know the actual years. Tabletop RPG, don't care about that. It's in the 24th century, 23rd century. Fred Johnson earns his reputation as the butcher of Anderson Station. In 2342, the portal molecule is discovered on Phoebe. Season 2 begins, Holden Miller is still recovering from the radiation sickness. A few days have passed. It's 2351. But then a year or so happens after that. And then Babylon 5, Season 3, Babylon 5, S3, intro. Not Season 3, Episode 11. I know what that is. That's Severed Dreams. Let's do Season 4, see if this will help.
It was the end of history.
It was the year everything changed.
The year is 2261.
2261. The Expanse takes place in mid-24th century, 2350. Babylon 5 takes place in the mid-23rd century. Star Trek Timeline, 2261. That's what they just said. That was the Enterprise 1701 undergoes a major refit and increases its crew complement from 203 to 430. So that is in between. So that's shortly. That's after the original series. Close tie-in. The Enterprise is launched on its historic 5-year mission in the alternate timeline. The Advent of Into Darkness take place in 2259. So Kirk kind of take place around the mid-23rd century. And then The Expanse takes place at 2350, which is roughly about the time that Annika Hansen is born on Tendara Colony to Magnus and Aaron Hansen. So The Expanse is taking place when Seven of Nine was born. Worf enters the Academy, and the Enterprise D is launched in 2363. So, you have drastically different styles of sci-fi because, well, the Minbari in Babylon 5 had gravity plating. Actually, most races did. Earth did not. They still had to spin their ships. The Enterprise, most of Star Trek had gravity plating of some sort, artificial gravity. And they don't have artificial gravity other than in The Expanse, other than spinning the Mormon ship. So, they have to push, they still have to use motion to simulate gravity. Anyways, or magnetically lock their boots so that they don't have to constantly remind people that something's spinning, like Babylon 5. But in Babylon 5, the entire station spins. But like all the rest of it's like, I don't know why they haven't shared that technology with us. That's a thing. That's just the difference, that it's a bit awkward that The Expanse is so far behind in technology. And people will argue with me, well, it's much more realistic as to where we will be. You don't know that. God, I hope we are not, that, yeah, it's probably much more realistic sci-fi that somewhere 300 years from now, we have, and the only reason most of The Expanse exists because somebody accidentally did the drive. Like he accidented all over the drive, Epstein drive, and yeah, that's that. So that's pretty much my thoughts for today. It's just awkward to see such technologically regressed sci-fi for the year that it's in. I would have taken it, as to the late end of this century, beginning of the 22nd century. I'd have been okay with that one, but things are a bit awkward when we get 300 years in the future, and at least they do acknowledge that the fact that we've hit the point and can't undo climate change. At least in the series, I'm seeing walls all over the cities in New York and stuff. In fact, it's part of the intro. They built a wall around the Statue of Liberty, a levee to keep the ocean out. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow for practice stuff.